coming off their first playoff win since 1994. But the AFC champs put an end to their magical ride. Get ready for a divisional round rematch in Week 1. It's the Browns and Chiefs, and it's next.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete to Marcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And it's third down. But CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. A nice throw there by Mayfield, a guy who really reemerged as the season and later the playoffs went on last year. What are defenses trying to do against him?
Well, the first thing defenses want to do is use his emotion against him, because he's such a passionate player. And sometimes he comes up really hyped up, and the ball might sail a little bit early. But as the game settles in, the next part is make sure you chip away at his timing, put the pressure on him, so maybe his feet don't get quite set, and then he's not able to be as accurate as he normally is.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. He'll air this one out deep for Sims, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so trying to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
And his kick is indeed good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And I think Eifert may be in some pain. Staying down following that play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A give. This is Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Mayfield on play action. On the move to his left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And now with the play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So that'll back him up 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Mayfield. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Browns. Steven Sims Jr. from 8 yards out, and the Browns have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. And out come the Chiefs now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. John Johnson, leading tackler for the Rams last year, in on the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the 38, Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
A good rookie season for Edwards-Helaire, but I do believe a lot of people thought that he would be more of a factor in the passing game for KC last year. Remember, he had 55 catches his final season at LSU. Wound up with only 36 as a rookie with the Chiefs. I expect that number to only go up. Remember, he missed a few games down the stretch with injury.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's Chris Jones now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Mayfield's throw there complete to Sims. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Offensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down.
They go play action. Mayfield. He gets it to Sims, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in, but it's going to be 2nd down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 45 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower. Get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Browns drive about to get started. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Mayfield on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Are you serious, dog?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That one is caught by Hunt. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal from the gun, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Going to the air again with Mayfield. This is caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, he'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Runs over it, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the 1st, but he only makes it to the 34. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Again, he's got that man Landry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And again, it's Chubb. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Going up top. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Mayfield off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Yeah. Start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Open man here, Sims complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 91 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They give the Chubb out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Play fake. Mayfield rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd down at 5. We're back now in KC. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
He
just got thrown off. Got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one is incomplete.
He went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they decline it as that will bring up 4.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. 7 yards to pick up there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Drops it off for Chubb. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit his safety back.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. On first down, Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Mayfield's throw there complete to Sims. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And, oh, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A give. This is Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on third and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They run it again with Chubb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Running right through him. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Mayfield to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, they were backed up on third and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles.